I picked up these 3 camcorders at an estate sale recently, and I thought I'd give a real brief look at each one of them before I maybe someday do a more thorough video on them, if they're worth it. And at the left we have a MiniDV recorder. That's a JVC GRD30U from 2002. And in the middle we have a VHS-C camcorder, the Panasonic PV-L550 from 1999. And off to the right we have our full-size VHS camcorder, the Magnavox VR8207 GY01 from 1985. So they came with various bits and pieces. Let's take a look at each one and see if anything works. Alright, the JVC camcorder came with just the camcorder, a battery, and a battery charger. If that will focus, you can see the specs on that. Don't think this was one of JVC's higher end MiniDV camcorders. I haven't had a MiniDV camcorder in quite a few years. I had a Sony TRV-11, I think it was, for many years, and it finally developed severe motor noise while I was recording, and you could hear the motor on the playback. And unfortunately this has something similar. But the battery charged up. I recorded this a minute ago just as a test, and listen to all the audio dropouts. The picture's very good, actually. Color's excellent. Well, it's not showing up on this video really.
Looks kind of clear. I can feel kind of I guess I'll call it
Thunking.
Just think around inside. What that's going to be like. Play it back. Good for a test anyway.
Well, that's enough of that. But the curious thing is, that seems to be specific to playing it back on here. And if I play it back on another machine, those audio dropouts don't exist. Let's see that. Enlist the aid of the little Sony DVD player again. You don't hear the audio dropouts. So that's something specifically inside that machine. Although you can't hear the thunking.
Just for a first try. Screen looks good and clear. I can feel kind of a, I guess I'll call it thunking. This thing's spin around inside. I'm not sure what that's going to be like when I play it back. That should be enough for a test anyway.
Alright, well obviously it has some problems. Alright, so it works a little, not enough to really be well usable though. Maybe some head cleaning will get rid of those audio dropouts, but I'm not sure about that thunking I hear. That might be a deal breaker. Well, let's move on to the next camcorder. Alright, looking at the Panasonic PVL550 from 1999. This came with the manual and this nice bag, leather strap, this pretty cool adapter which is motorized. Let's see, did I see the AV cable there? The camcorder, a battery, and the combination battery charger and AC supply. If you don't have a battery in, you can stick this in down in the battery compartment. When I got it, the battery did not hold a charge at all, but I noticed in the manual it talked about this function here on the charger, battery refresh. Put your battery in, press that, and it'll give it a deep discharge for about 7 hours and then recharge it. And I did that, and so far it seems okay, but I don't know what the how long that battery would last. Let's see here. Take a look at the camcorder. I've never had a VHS-C camcorder before. Like I say, this is from 1999. This date on the manual anyway. Pretty sturdy, pretty chunky. Quite a few controls. So maybe someday we'll look more at this. I've put a battery in it. Excuse me. Let's see, we're in VCR mode. Let's see, it came with a tape of a whole day of kids at a nursing school, so we won't be looking at that. But we have another older tape we can look at. And I've looked through the viewfinder and all those functions appear to be okay, although I haven't tried recording on it yet. Like I say, just taking a quick look today. Got a good picture, good audio.
You take these little paths and they go all the way down.
It's a great place. It's kind of a resort town, isn't it?
I bet that's it. It's a white one.
I know it is. It's only one around.
Where everything's good.
Just about know it.
Alright, so that seems to work okay. It definitely pops out, doesn't it? So I think this definitely has potential for future use and maybe a more expansive video in the future. One thing I think is neat, let me turn this off here for a minute, is this little adapter here. I have another adapter, but it's not motorized. I thought this was pretty cool. Put that in there. Let's see here. How do you do this? Do I have it in upside down? No, that's right. I don't know if you saw it, that little thing there went inside. And it came back out. So that's a pretty cool little device right there. I think it's going to replace my other one. Alright, so maybe we'll see this again in the future in a more thorough video. Alright, the last of the 3 camcorders I picked up was this Magnavox movie maker. What does that say? Nuvicon? I'm not sure. Very, very dirty. Some controls on it. This bottom piece here is screwed on over the tripod mounts. I guess this makes it a little more comfortable on your shoulder. But it does come off anyway. And this came with 2 batteries. Neither one which seemed to work, but I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. Both these fail. And it came with this AC adapter charger, which you can do your AV out. And it's actually like a VCR. You can get your RF in and out there if you want to record from your signal. Channel 3, channel 4. What is that? February 86. Now, here's the part that's kind of confusing. When I put either one of the 2 batteries in here to charge it, the charge light never comes on. Never. No matter how I set these to charge or whatever. It has another outlet down here for charge. Is there something else that needs to be in here to start the charge function? Whereas if that's not in there, maybe it's just an AC supply function. So I don't know about that, but either way, when I put the batteries in here, the charge light never came on, and of course the batteries never charged. So, but you get your, you can actually take your AV signal out through there. Let's see here, what else we got? Anything? There's our pertinent data there. February 1986. I might have said 1985 at the start of the video, but I don't know what I was thinking. So, this has a power cable, fortunately, that we can plug in here. If we can figure out the right setting, there we go. And turn the power on up front. I don't know if we can see through the viewfinder there. It works. I don't have have a recording. I have not tried recording yet. I don't see why it wouldn't work though. Up here we have our VCR controls. Alright, I'm going to put a tape in. Alaska Cruise tape. And we'll put our AV cords in. Let's see here. And once again, we'll tie these into the GVD 1000 so we can watch the playback here. And let's see, what do we do here? Can we start it? You know, it's interesting, the play button has the arrow pointed backwards, kind of like it's a reverse button.
As the sun rises over the mountains of British Columbia, the Island Princess
I
makes
guess I should
Vancouver Harbor.
the video plug in, shouldn't I?
Journey to Alaska through the fabled Inside Passage on board luxurious ships such as the Island Princess. Our captain, Christopher Sample, and the deputy captain, Roger Knight, position themselves on the bridge wings as the Island Princess approaches her berth at the Vancouver Pier. Our ship is ending a one-week cruise from Whittier, Alaska. As soon as the lines are tied, 600 passengers will disembark, painters will touch up the hull, new stores will be brought on board, the ship will bunker 1,500 tons of fuel.
All right, well, playback certainly works.
The ship for another departure.
One of these days I'll get around to trying a recording on it, and if that all works right, maybe we'll update this video in the future. So, at least some of the functions work anyway. Not sure about everything, but that's the last of the 3 camcorders I got at the estate sale. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye.